my mate Sean at Killer Prospecting.
I've got a fluid bed sluice. I've never seen it, I've never used one.
Now many of you may know the exploits of Killer Prospecting. He gets around, he finds some really good gold. And this is the first time he's branched out into pay dirt. So I'm going to be a bit of a guinea pig for him. Killer Prospecting pay dirt. Maybe the very first bag that's gone out. This is probably going to be the very first review. 1/4 gram of gold in this little beauty here. And he asked me how hard I wanted the pay dirt experience to be. And I said, dial it up to 11.
The numbers all go to 11.
What we do is if we need that extra push over the cliff, you know what we do?
Put it up to 11.
11, exactly.
Dial it up to 11. Give me the Spinal Tap of pay dirt bags. Plenty of black sands, which I'm used to kind of from Araluen, but these are Reedy Creek black sands, mixed with some Bathurst Region gold. Quintessentially Australian, and it's gonna be a tough one. All right, for this one, I'm gonna reach into my bag of tricks. Find it. Yes, just what I need. Get the gold. Okay, we've got a Anyway, let's try and get rid of those magnetics. Oh, see that? Nice one. How good does that look? Man, they are some big chunky ironstone. This is magnetic material. So even though gold isn't magnetic, it can easily get trapped up in this stuff, particularly when it becomes magnetized and starts clumping together. Anyway, I don't think there's any gold in there. Well, let's just do a little bit first. Squirt of the rinse aid. Who is this pay dirt for? Well, who is pay dirt really for? Because a lot of people just don't see the worth in it. They say, well, you never get your money back. What's the point? Well, the point is that not everyone can get to the creek when they want. It could be weather, it could be injury, it could be ill health, just age. We're all getting older. We can't always do what we want to do when we want to do it. But people still love panning for gold, even in their backyard. So I can certainly see a place for pay dirt in this hobby. Not everyone's going to agree with me, and leave your thoughts down below. Do you think pay dirt is a good investment in your hobby? Or is it just a scam? I've spoken about it a bit on this channel before, but yes, in some cases, pay dirt can be a scam. There are people out there wanting to take advantage of you out there, wanting to take advantage of your gold fever, and often they either shortchange you or they sell you something that isn't gold at all. And yeah, I've seen that firsthand. But my message to anybody considering pay dirt is do your research. Find out who the legitimate players are in the pay dirt market. The people who are actually out there passionate about prospecting, who are actually finding the gold themselves. Give them your money. Sean from Killer Prospecting definitely fits into that category. I've spent time with him on the creek. I know how hard he works. I know how passionate he is about finding gold as a hobby. Anyway, what he's put together here is a really interesting product. And wow, I don't know what that looks like. Was that part of one of a classifying basket? Was Sean working that hard that he was ripping apart his classifying baskets out on the creek? Possibly. He's a man with a strong work ethic. Now this is a very heavy bag of pay dirt as it is. Lots of ironstone, lots of heavy magnetic black sands as well. So really want to make sure that gold is sitting on the bottom of the pan before I start gently panning the light stuff off. Giving it another stratify. Okay, this is my final last little bit to pan out. So even though that was a pretty small bag, I split it up into 4 sections because I wanted to go really slow. Because it is harder panning with so much black sands and heavy material and magnetic material as well. You don't need to go slow. That's a good thing. Oh, I can see something nice in there. Now for a little bag, that's a lot of lead. You know you're dealing with heavy material when lead is not the heaviest thing in your pan and it's floating on the top. Sometimes when I get to this stage, I've got a fair bit of black sand mixed in with the gold still. I'll do a tap while I'm panning. So the tapping is bringing the heavy stuff up to the front of the pan, while I'm panning back gently. I'm still just moving all this really light stuff back. So it's kind of like a combination of tapping and washing back. And I just make sure I don't lose too much of it down there. And sometimes I'll just suck up everything that's not gold. Just to make it a bit easier. I can go through this in a sec. Now this is a pretty tough pay dirt. I don't expect that this is going to be for everybody. But if you think you're up for a challenge, you're ready for a pay dirt that's ranked 11 out of 10, maybe hit him up. Ask him for the Spinal-Tap-special. Now, it wasn't necessarily difficult to find the gold or even get the gold out of the pay dirt, but this finishing process is where it's going to frustrate you and really test your techniques for finishing gold in black sand. I reckon I spend half my time just cleaning up the stuff from the snuffer bottle, because that last little bit of cleanup can take the longest period of time when you're dealing with material like that. It was a lot of fun though, and the gold was really nice. Dry it out, weigh it up, have a look. Well, that's a pretty generous bag. I don't know. Sean may have slipped me a little something extra, but in any case, it was a very nice experience. Thanks, mate.